Good morning, students. In today's class, I will be taking up an example on symmetrical components. So, please observe the problem. The original set of phase voltages of a three-phase system are VA 4.0, VB 3 angle minus 90 and VC 8 angle 143.1. Find all the voltage components for the positive, negative and zero sequence systems. So, you can clearly observe VA, VB, VC, the magnitudes are different and also phase angles, they are not 120 degrees. That means these three phasors, they are not symmetrically spaced and also not having the magnitudes, equal magnitudes. So, it is a totally unbalanced system of voltages. So, three phase unbalanced voltages are given. You are asked to find positive, negative and zero sequence components of the system. So, total 9 values, positive sequence, negative sequence and zero sequence, total 9 symmetrical components you are asked to calculate. Okay. So, please see, we can obtain VA 120, that means VA voltage of phase A, its positive, negative and zero sequence components as T inverse multiplied by VABC. So, from our earlier derivation V120, it is T inverse VABC. So, this V120 obviously it is for phase A only. So, for phase B, phase C we can calculate because of the fixed relations. Okay. So, we are always calculating VA120 only unless otherwise mentioned. By symmetrical components means it is for phase A only, whether it is current or voltage. Okay. Only when it is required we compute the remaining things. Here you are asked to calculate all voltage components for positive, negative and zero. So, all 9 we are calculating in this problem. Otherwise, normally you are asked to calculate symmetrical components means for phase A only. Okay. Anyway, VA120 is T inverse VABC. What is T inverse? T inverse is 1/3 of 1 alpha alpha square, 1 alpha square alpha, 1 1 1. And also we know alpha is 1 angle 120, alpha square is 1 angle 240 and alpha cube is 1, alpha power 4 is alpha, all that. Okay. So, now let us say what is VA1? VA1 is 1/3 of VA plus alpha VB plus alpha square VC. So, this is what I am doing. You substitute T inverse here, VA, VB, VC, it is a column vector. So, V120, V1, V2, V0, V0, that is V120 means. So, I am writing for VA1. VA1 is 1/3 of all this multiplied by VA, VB, VC. So, 1/3 of VA alpha VB alpha square VC. Okay. So, substitute what is alpha square and VA, that is given, VB given, VC also given. So, if you substitute everything, you are going to get 4.9 angle 18.4. Okay. Then VA2, that is the second element of VA120. So, VA2, it is 1/3 of this multiplied by VA, VB, VC. So, I will be getting 1/3 of VA plus alpha square VB plus alpha VC. So, again upon substitution you are going to get 2.15 angle minus 86.2. Okay. Then finally VA0, that VA0 is 1/3 of VA plus VB plus VC. This is 1 1 1, 1/3 of 1 1 1 multiplied by VA, VB, VC. Okay. So, VA plus VB plus VC 1/3, that comes out to be 1 angle 143.1. So, these are VA1, VA2, VA0. So, normally this is sufficient if you are asked to calculate symmetrical components. But if you are very particular in getting all 9 values, then we can do that, because VA1 is 4.9 angle 18.4. What is VB1? VB1 is alpha square VA1, is it not? So, multiply this VA1 with alpha square, you get this. What is VC1? VC1 is alpha times VA1. So, do that. Similarly, VA2, it is 2.15 angle minus 86.2, which is worked out. So, VB2, VC2 you can calculate. VB2 is alpha times VA2, VC2 is alpha square times VA2. Okay, by fundamental definition, positive sequence, negative sequence and zero sequence, you know the interrelation, VA1, VB1, VC1, VA2, VB2, VC2. So that's what VA2, VB2, VC2. VA2 is calculated, VB2 is alpha times VA2, VC2 is alpha square times VA2. So these are the values. Then VA naught is this. What is VB naught, VC naught? These are zero sequence components which are in phase components without any phase angle difference and balance. So VA naught, VB naught, VC naught, they are same. So VA naught is 1 angle 143.1. So VB naught and VC naught, they are also 1 angle 143.1. So these are the computations. Now the same problem, and you can get more clarity if you draw phasor diagrams corresponding to this. Really it gives us the complete idea how you are resolving unbalanced set of 3 voltages into 3 balanced sets. You please see, I just simply drawn VA, VB, VC taking the reference, this is the reference axis, and VA 4.0, which means angle 0, this is taken as reference. So you see here, this is VA marked magnitude 4, which is on reference axis, so with 0 angle. Then what is VB? VB is 3 angle minus 90. So minus 90 perpendicular to this in lagging direction, magnitude is 3 and it is minus 90 degrees, lagging VA by 90 degrees, that is the VB position. Then VC is 8 angle 143.1. So 143.1 it is plus. So positive direction, that is leading direction, VC is located at angle 143.1 and its magnitude is 8. So this is 3 magnitude, this is 4 magnitude, this is 8. So you need to draw this to scale, but roughly I had drawn, this is smaller than this and this is bigger than this. This is 8 magnitude, 8 units, this is 4 units, this is 3 units. Exactly the unbalanced system of phasors are represented here. This is given unbalanced system. Now let us draw positive sequence components. Positive sequence components, VA1 is this, VB1 is this, VC1 is this. So VA1 4.9 angle 18.4. So with respect to the reference of this, it is 18.4. And what is its magnitude? It is 4.9. So VA1 is located. What is VB1? VB1 is 4.9 angle 101.6. So 101.6 from reference, you need to draw this. Okay. In negative direction 101.6, that is VB1. Then VC1 4.9 again 138.4. So from this it is 138.4, that is VC1. And you can clearly see that VA1, VB1, VC1, their magnitudes are same because we are resolving the unbalanced system into balanced component sets, 3 sets: positive sequence set, negative sequence set and zero sequence set. Among positive sequence, you can see these are all 120 degrees apart. You can clearly see that. Okay. So this is 138.4 from this to this. So if you deduct this 18.4, you get 120 degrees between these two. That is what is exactly. Likewise B to C, C to A also you get 120 degrees. So VA1, VB1, VC1, it is a balanced set, which means their interface angle is 120 degrees, their magnitudes are same as we calculated. Okay, then go for the second set, negative sequence set. This is positive sequence set. Negative sequence set, it is VA2, VB2, VC2. VA2 is 2.15 angle minus 86.2. So minus 86.2 with respect to this, you project 2.15. So this is 2.15. Each is 2.15. So all these are balanced and having same magnitudes. So VA2 is 2.15, lagging reference 86.2. Then VB2 is alpha times VA square, that comes to be again 2.15 angle plus 33.8. So 33.8, this is VB2. VC2 is 2.15 again minus 206.2. From this reference, this is minus 206.2. You can definitely see again the interphase angle angle between VA2 to VB2, VB2 to VC2, VC2 to VA2, it is 120 degrees, because these are symmetrical phasors, balanced symmetrical phasors. Magnitudes are all equal 2.15 and their interphase angle is also 120 degrees. But this is negative sequence set. So here ABC is the sequence, here ACB is the sequence. That's why these are called negative sequence. Okay. So positive sequence, negative sequence. Then finally zero sequence components. Zero sequence components with respect to the reference, each is one angle 143.1. So the magnitude is 1 and it is 143.1 degrees leading direction, positive. So I am measuring with respect to reference 143.1 degrees and marking there this phasor with magnitude 1, which means all three VA0, VB0, VC0 all are in phase with this, each is of magnitude 1 and they are all having with respect to reference 143.1, but between them there is no angular difference, all are in phase, VA0, VB0, VC0 all are in phase only. So these are all zero sequence components. Now you can see that this plus this plus this, you are going to get this, that you can verify. You add this VA1, okay, then VA2, this one, and VA0. You can add phasor wise, add VA1 to this tip, this VA2, and then this VA0, or from the equations you combine that, VA1 plus VA2 plus VA0, if you add you get VA. Similarly VB1 plus VB2 plus VB0, you get VB. Likewise VC, it can be resolved with the combination of VC1, VC2, VC0. Okay. So you can clearly observe by adding these phasors one to the other, whether diagrammatically or from the equations, from the quantities, you can see that. So it is always reversible. This unbalanced set can be resolved into three sequence components, or combining these three sequence components you will be getting back the unbalanced system. So hope this problem gives you the complete clarity how you are getting symmetrical components and what is the purpose, how they can be combined together to get unbalanced system and vice versa. Okay. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay. VABC is T multiplied by V120. V120 is T inverse VABC. Okay. What is T? What is T inverse? Already we derived. So this is T inverse structure. So when you are asked to calculate sequence components, you should use VA120 T inverse VABC. Sometimes you might be given the sequence components, you need to obtain the original unbalanced system VABC. That VABC is T multiplied by V120. Okay. So now let me give you another problem, another small problem. A three-phase four-wire system, in a three-phase four-wire system, the currents in phases ABC are IA it is 70 angle 30, IB 50 angle 300, and IC 30 angle 180. Calculate positive, negative and zero sequence currents in line A. Line A, and also current in neutral. So that's the problem. You see, in a 3-phase 4-wire unbalanced system it is actually, because IA is 70, IB is 50 magnitude, IC is 30. The magnitudes are different and also phase angles are not 120 degrees. So even if any one is not satisfied, that becomes unbalanced system. So unbalanced system currents are given. It is a 3-phase 4-wire system. Okay, IA, IB, IC and IN, neutral return current will be there. And these values are given. You are asked to calculate sequence components of line A only. As I mentioned, bisymmetrical components means we calculate only for phase A. So that is what is mentioned, line A. Even otherwise we calculate only IA1, IA2, IA0. That's sufficient. Okay. And apart from that, you are asked to calculate neutral current in the neutral wire. So as before, we calculate what is IA1, IA2, IA0. What is IA1? So because IA 120, how do you get it? T inverse IABC, is it not? Which means this IA1, IA2, IA0, positive sequence, negative sequence and zero sequence currents. These are, what is T inverse? T inverse is 1/3. You should remember this structure. Okay, the T inverse 1/3 1 alpha alpha square 1 alpha square alpha 1 1 1, okay, into IA, IB, IC. Okay, what I did is T inverse I substituted IABC. So you are asked to calculate for phase A only the sequence components currents. So IA1, IA2, IA0. What is IA1? From this, it is 1/3 of IA alpha IB alpha square IC. You need to substitute what is IA from the given information, IB and IC, and alpha alpha square, you know, alpha is 1 angle 120, alpha square is 1 angle 240. Okay, so substitute and find out, that's all. Then what is IA2? Negative sequence component of phase A is 1/3 of this multiplied by this, IA alpha square IB alpha IC, and IA0, it is 1/3 of IA plus IB plus IC. Okay, So calculate all these values. It is 48.4 angle 46 and IA2 you will be getting 9.07 angle 19 and then IA0 18.8 angle minus 8.6. Okay. So these are the values you can see. Positive sequence component of phase A, line A current positive sequence value, it is 48.4 angle 46 degrees. Negative sequence component of phase A, 9.07 angle 19. Then IA0 18.8 angle minus 8.6. So these are positive, negative and zero sequence components of phase A, line A. Okay. And if you want IB1, IB2, IB0, IC1, IC2, IC0, you can evaluate because you know the fixed relation. Okay. Right. Then apart from that, you are also asked to calculate current in neutral. What is current in neutral? What is IN? IN is IA plus IB plus IC, is it not? Because it is a 4-wire system, neutral current is IA plus IB plus IC. You can calculate from the given values IA plus IB plus IC, what is that? That itself is IN. But you can see what is this IN. You calculate in normal way IA plus IB plus IC. I will be giving you that figure IA plus IB plus IC, which is 56.4 angle minus 8.48. Okay, this is what you are going to get, and this is, you can verify this IN is in terms of symmetrical components, it is 3 times IA0. So there is no need of adding the actual values IA, IB, IC. You can directly calculate from the obtained symmetrical components because IA0 is known, IB0, IC0 are also same. So it is IN is always 3 times IA0. Okay, so you can verify that. This is IN, which is 3 times IA0. If you multiply this with 3, you get that. Okay, so this is what the second problem. So likewise, you can solve the problems if given the unbalanced quantities, transform into symmetrical components, or if symmetrical components are given, you can obtain the original unbalanced system, whether it is voltages or currents. Okay. So let me stop here. You go through these problems, then we continue with the next derivations in next class. Thank you.